Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you a carburetor for a 150cc gy6 scooter. Okay, this carburetor, you can see we have on this side we have the automatic enricher or the automatic choke right here with this connection, the wire connection right here. On this side right here we have a screw to adjust the air on idle, you know, right here. Underneath right here we have the bowl, that's where the gas is going to sit. Okay, underneath we have a drain. This is the drain to open up. There's a little screw that you can open up the drain. This drain sometimes helps you when you have to open up the carburetor and you just drain the gas that is in there. There is a hose, you just drain the gas before you open up and it's not gonna spill the gas everywhere. Okay, that's one of the reasons. Another reason, you can blow, sometime you can blow with a compressor very slowly some air on this side just in case your carburetor get clogged. But anyway, it's always better to open your carburetor and clean it from your inside if you have to clean it. Okay, so this one is one of the screw. Okay, let's go to the front. We have the butterfly. This one is the side of the carburetor that goes to the connected to your engine with the manifold. This is a manifold. This one right here is a manifold that gets connected in the top of your engine. Okay, so this one get connected like that, right here on the top of the front. Okay. Okay. Right here on the right side of the carburetor, on the top, we have a little connection. This one is for a vacuum line that comes from the manifold. There is a little connection, a little tube that comes from the manifold. This one will attach right here. This one will help the diaphragm that is inside on the top of your carburetor to open up and go back and open the needle that is inside your carburetor. So it will allow the gas to go from the bottom, right here, the bowl, to the center of the carburetor and go inside the engine. Okay? So, like we say, this part right here is connected to the engine, okay, the top of the motor. The other part right here on the back is connected with the hose that goes to the filter, the back part right here. Okay, right here. This is the back part of your carburetor. There is a needle right inside and there is the diaphragm that comes from the top. Okay, on the other side, the automatic choke, like we say, the screw, idle screw only on idle. Okay, this one is the front part and this is the butterfly valve. Okay, this one opens up when the throttle of the cable moves. Okay, this one makes the butterfly move right in the center. There is an idle screw right here that will control a little bit of this so your engine can maintain idle. Okay, now at this point we can open the carburetor and I show you other things that are inside right here. There is a floater, there is a jet, there is a main jet, there is a pilot jet. Okay, also what I like to show you is how big is this carburetor, just to give you an idea. This one is around 5 inches, you know. Okay, let's see. Let's open the underneath, where is the bowl, where we have a lot of things that we can see and learn. Okay, this is the bowl of the carburetor. That's where the gas sits all the time. That's where you can have some dirt sometimes, some sediment I can call it. That's where you can clean the carburetor. Open it. Okay, This one is the bottom of your carburetor. That's inside the bowl. You have a floater right here. A floater that opens up a valve when it feels that the place is empty. The little tank, when it's empty, it goes down, open up a little valve that is back here, right here, and allowed gas to go inside the bowl. Okay? Right here we have a main jet. Okay? We have the pilot jet right here. And okay, sometimes you need to remove the floater right here to see if this area is nice and clean. That's where the gas comes in from your tank right here. So if something comes from your tank or from your filter and is dirty, that's where you're going to find it right here. Okay? Now to remove this one, you can use a toothpick right here or something small, so you can remove this bar. There is a little bar right here that you have to remove. Okay? Now be very careful to remove it and don't lose it. Okay? At this point, this part, place it in a location where you're gonna find it later. Okay? This little bar. Okay, after you remove the bar that is right here, you can remove the floater. And this is a location where the gas comes through your filter and the tanks and comes over here to fill the bowl underneath your carburetor. Now there is sometimes you can find things inside here. This is a little dirty, okay, so you have to check this place if the carburetor is not working properly. Okay, sometimes you just need something little to clog this hole, and your carburetor is not going to fill and pass the gas through the engine. Okay, now connected to the floater there is a little plug right here on top of the floater, and this one allows the gas to come into your carburetor. Okay, make sure you don't lose it because it's slightly connected to the floater, so don't lose it. Put it on the side. Okay, right here we have the main jet. This main jet is when you're in the middle of your throttle. It's like when you are in idle, this pilot jet will take care of your engine or your flow of the gas going to your motor. Okay, after that this one will take care of everything. Okay, it's like a little orchestra. We have two little things taking care of the flow of the gas. Okay, now if your carburetor is not working properly, this that is the pilot or this that is the main jet can be clogged in the inside. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna unscrew the main jet. Be careful, be nice, because this one sometimes they can be damaged if you place too much force on unscrew them or screw them in. So be gentle. Okay, okay, this one is the main jet. Okay, the other side of the main jet is where the needle goes inside from the top. Okay, there is a needle inside here that comes from the top of your carburetor and connects with the main jet. When the needle raises up, the gas will flow through the main jet and will go inside your motor. Okay, now sometimes this jet, there is a little hole right in the center and it gets dirty. Okay, so make sure this hole, look at with the light, that is gonna be nice and clear, has to be clean, so the gas will go through. Now there's few little holes on the side too, and sometimes they get a little oxidation. Okay, so you can use a needle, you can use something to make sure they're going to be clean. On the side you're going to see holes. Okay, So make sure they're clean. Now let's put this one back. Right here we have the pilot jet. Pilot jet is the same story. Make sure it's clean. If you're going to, if your scooter is not working properly, if your carburetor is not working properly, make sure this one is clean. Same story. You just unscrew it. Let's see, gently, okay? Gently unscrew it. And this is the pilot jet, okay? Same story. We have a hole in the center of the pilot jet, and we have the holes on the side of the pilot jet on the stem, okay? Now, make sure the holes on the sides and the hole in the center is clean, okay? Now, make sure when you screw it, the pilot jet in or the main jet, you're gentle, you don't force it too much, okay? Okay, at this point, we can place the top again. We can put the floater back in, okay? We have a little stem right here to put it back to make sure the floater doesn't go anywhere, okay? Okay, right here, this is the bar that goes back inside right here on the top of the floater right here. So it will keep the floater in location with this valve. The valve is right here, okay? That what's open up and close. Now, at this point, we can close the bowl of the carburetor underneath. Now, to see what size of the bowl cover you have to put in, just look around here and you see the shape of the bowl, okay? So, and you're going to look at the cover, because sometimes you don't know which way is going to go. Just look at the shape of the bowl and place the cover underneath on the top, okay? At this point you can screw everything back in. So we just show the lower part of the carburetor. That was the bowl, okay? That's where the gas goes through. Okay, we can screw everything back in. Now make sure you are gentle, okay? Be nice, because if you screw this screw too much, you lose the thread, and the thread is gone, and you cannot close your carburetor. There is a trick that you can play. If you screw it in too much, you have to get some longer screw, put like a little bolt right here, longer screw, a bolt, and screw those screw on the bolt on the top. But listen, be careful, don't screw it too much so you don't have to do any modification to the scooter, okay? Now let's go on the top. Where is the diaphragm? The diaphragm is inside here. The diaphragm helps to raise the needle in your carburetor, okay? The needle helps the gas to go through, okay? Okay, when you open the top part of the carburetor right here, the head, be careful when you unscrew it, these two large screws, because there is a spring inside. The spring will come up, so be careful. Open up one at a time of the screw and keep your hand on top, or it's going to be like a champagne bottle and it's gonna pop all over, okay? Okay, at this point, you remove one screw. When you want to remove the last screw, make sure you keep your finger on top, okay? Because this one's gonna pop. Not really like crazy, but it's gonna pop. Okay, let's unscrew it. Right here. Okay. Now gently open up this top part right here. And we are going to see that you have a long spring. Okay? This one will keep diaphragm to go up and down. So it's going to up and down when there is a suction from the diaphragm and the vacuum line. This one will raise and the spring will get squeezed. Okay? Now after there is less suction, this spring will place the needle back down. Okay? So sometimes when you have a malfunction, it could be even the spring that doesn't bring back down your needle. Okay? Now this diaphragm, when you open up here, make sure there is not any kind of holes or breaking, or make sure this rubber right here, make sure it's healthy. That's the way I'm gonna say healthy. Okay? So you remove the spring. There's a long spring, you put it on the side and you remove the diaphragm. That is going to release, is going to show you the needle. Okay? There is the needle underneath of your diaphragm that goes in and close the main jet when you don't really need any extra gas. Okay? Extra gas, from the bowl. Okay? Now, if you can see in the center of your carburetor right here, there is a jet at the end. Now what the jet does, release the gas from the bowl underneath your carburetor right here. Okay? Now it's a little complicated sometimes, but it's a nice little piece of work, this carburetor, So that's it. At this point, make sure everything is clean. Okay? Make sure inside, if you're opening carburetor and you just wanna view your carburetor, inspect your carburetor, when you're there, make sure everything is nice and clean. Make sure right here the walls of where the diaphragm goes in is nice and clean. Has to be smooth, because this one is going to go up and down many times every day. Okay? So you want to make sure everything is nice and clean. Now if you like, you can adjust the needle a little more, but I will not go in there too much, because you can adjust the needle higher by unscrewing the needle from inside this diaphragm and adjust it, but you don't really need to do that. Okay? I will keep the way it is. Okay? Now at this point we can close the top part of the carburetor, place back the needle on its place. Now there is a little thing like here that has to go on this side. Do not close your top of the carburetor and squeeze this one here, because you're gonna break it. So this one has to turn until here and be in its place. Okay? So just put this finger right there. Don't pull it from here or from here. Okay? Just put your finger inside and twist the top part of the diaphragm. Okay? Okay. At this point we can place back the spring inside. Make sure that everything match. Okay? This part right here, make sure it's not on the above, because if you have like air leakage or something, it will not work properly. Okay? We can place back the spring, and you can place the top back. The top has a little cup on the center. That's where the spring goes. Okay? So we can close it and make sure you find where is the screws. Okay? Again, look at the top. Has to match. Okay? Right here. Now when you close this top part, At this point, you can place back the screws. Now, avoid to place the screws back in with a driller or with an electric something, because you're going to damage, okay? So use a screwdriver. You have to screw it by hand, okay? Screw it in. Keep your finger on top so the top is not going to go anywhere. At this point, you can screw the top in, okay? Make sure it's tight, but not too much. Again, if you screw it too much and you break, what you can do, you can place a little bolt right here and you can screw it right here. You can screw it in. But anyway, be gentle. Don't damage the threading of the carburetor. Okay? Okay, let's go back on the other side. We have the electric choke right here. We have a screw for the air right here, okay? This one will control the air that goes in and mixture with your gas of your carburetor when it goes to the engine, okay? So this one, there is a way to adjust it when your scooter is on idle, okay? What you have to do, you will have to screw this one all the way in, okay? At this point, when you screw it all the way in, you go 1/4 at the time of the screw until 1.5 quarter. So they are like 1 full turn plus and a quarter, okay? To adjust this screw for the air mixture when your scooter is on idle, okay? So it's all about testing too. So you do 1 full turn and you test your scooter. If you see if your scooter is working properly, if not, you give this screw just a slightly more, okay? So this one will balance the air that goes in your carburetor at idle, okay? Now again, this one is a 150cc carburetor for a gy6. This one you can find it on Amazon or other on the web for about $35. It's a good carburetor, lasts a long time. The only thing you might have to change, if you like, after really maybe 20,000 miles, you might have to change the floater that is inside the jet, but usually you don't really need to, you know, okay? This one, they're pretty good quality for about $35. I will put the link underneath my video, so if you need a carburetor, please just go underneath the link on the description and just click on it. Okay everybody, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like it and have fun with your scooter and be safe, okay?